Happy Monday, and welcome to Monday Money Talk, where we talk about the one stock that we're reviewing every Monday and just going over a couple of topics in regards to money. So, with that being said, let's get right into the J&J stock that we go over every Monday. Okay, so here we are on our dividend tracker sheet. As I had stated, I had created this to track the stocks that we buy. I'm adjusting the trying to look. My keyboard's underneath my desk here. Sorry about that. So today, 7/15/2024. Yeah, last week it was at 7/8/2024. Johnson & Johnson. Their stock market was at 145.68. Today they're at 148.36. Difference, as you could see here, this minus that, we're at a gain of $3.28 of that stock. We did purchase another stock, as I stated before, for this week. We were at 3, now we're at 4. Our amount vested in the stock, in J&J stock, is $595.84. Again, the equation: 4 stocks times the amount of the share of the stock, how much the stock cost at that time. We're at this has not changed, the dividend amount or the annual dividend rate. Let me move it over here. That has not changed. The next dividend payment has not changed. It's still at 124. The quarterly payment is the next dividend payment amount that is put out by the board of J&J times the amount of shares you have. Okay, so we will get next quarter $4.96 would be our payout for next quarter. And again, this is a quarterly paying stock. So every quarter I get a payment, and that payment next month will be $4.96. Dividend yield, again, it's the amount of the annual dividend rate divided by the amount of what the actual stock is going at for that time. And as you can see, it's at 3.33. Last week it was at 3.40. Of course, the amount was a lot less. If I want the stock to pay for itself every quarter, where I wouldn't have to put a dime in it, we would need 128 shares. And that payment would be every quarter $159 every quarter. To retire on $1,000 per quarter, again, this is just per quarters, so that would be there's four quarters in a year, so that would be $4,000. We would need 806 shares. So let's close out of this. So as you can see with the dividend stock, and again, that's an aristocrat stock that I'm showing you every time. It's a J&J, Johnson & Johnson. The ticker symbol is J&J. It's again, aristocrat stock, has been given dividends for over 20 years, at least 20 years. And it's going strong. I don't see any time of J&J going out of business unless they have a major lawsuit and bankrupts them. Or they just close down. What else did I want to talk about today? I had a topic that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what the topic was. So I do want to talk about, the topic I want to talk about is planning for a vacation. So I pretty much put together a tracker sheet that I showed you in a previous video, which I will put on the end of this video because I found out how to do that. The tracker sheet will help you see how your finances are going in your household. But you also want to put together a little tracker sheet showing how much a vacation would be before you go on it. So how I go about it, let me pull something up real quick and let me show you that. So as everybody sees, I love to work with Excel sheets. They help me to plan out a lot of things a lot better. Let's look at this. Okay, so when you're looking to travel, my thing is I'm a planner. I like to plan. And to be honest with you, a lot of people that are doing pretty good in life, they plan. They just don't live as the wind blows, though. A lot of people that live as the wind blows, they just don't have They don't have the capital to do things, and they're always looking to try to figure out how to get the money. And they have nothing saved up to do anything. They're going to have to continue to always hustle and bustle, and that's something I don't want to do. So I plan. Just created this real quick. This is what I do when I plan for vacations. First off, I always think, am I going to fly or am I going to drive? If I fly, I got to look up airfare. So what I do, let's see if I could do this here. Right. Here we go. I always go on like one of these type of web pages, Travelocity. So I'll go on Travelocity, and let's just say, again, we're going to fly, and we're leaving from Chicago, and because we just came from Philadelphia, I haven't shown that vacation yet, but we are going to go to Philadelphia. It's a good distance between the two, so that's why I put Chicago. Chicago's like smack dab in the middle of the map, and Philadelphia, as you know, is on the East Coast. So we're looking to travel here. Actually, let's change this date. Let's put it out a little bit. Let's put it out to, let's say we're planning to go September 6th and come back the 8th. Because we do the weekend getaways. Okay, so say for instance, this is when we're going to plan on leaving. What I want to do, I'm sorry. So I put this in here and I look at, hey, for travelers, most people, it's 2 adults, 2 children that I have on here. You don't have to, if you don't have the kids, if you're going by yourself. But again, this is just to show you. So 4 of us are going to take a flight to Philadelphia. I wanted to find out how much is that going to cost. Just to get a ballpark for my flight. Flight would be, let's say we want to leave early in the morning and get there early in the morning, right here, $100. Okay, you could go economy, and again, this is exactly what I do. Do we want to go basic? Do we want to go economy? Do we want to have a little bit more leg room on the flight? You know, do we want to go do the cabin, first class? No. I'm not going to be paying $515 for a flight. So we're probably looking at economy flexible because it's right in the middle of both of these. As a matter of fact, I probably would even go here. I'll probably do this one right here. Select $135. And then returning flights, we usually like to come back later in the evening, but not too late. And we always look for nonstop. We don't want to do these. We always usually look for nonstop. I can't remember if that other flight was nonstop or not. I should have checked. So let's say, and you could sort nonstop if you want. So let's say we said, here we go. Say we want to leave there and get back at 8:15. Okay. But usually it's this type right here, 1 p.m. to 2:24. So let's just take this one here. And we're going to do the same flight for 184. I believe that's the only one they have. Yeah, let's do the 184. Select that. And I try to keep them on the same air flights as well, like airplane company. So United is usually pretty good. And there's United. So at this point, I'm seeing, without leasing a car, we're looking at $1,276, and I think that's per person. Let's say we want to add a car as well. And again, this is just giving us ballpark figure of how much all this is going to cost. So let's just add a car on here too. Now let's go checkout. Just go to checkout because again, we just want to see we're just looking to find out what our total price is going to be. And again, you don't go all the way and check out everything. You just don't fill none of this in because then you'll be booking a flight. So it's saying for 4 people to fly, it's going to be $1,431.47. That's how much the flight would be. Total due today. Average person, $356.87. So we could just kind of highlight this. This is what I usually do. Again, this is for flight and the SUV. And then I will go back, put that down here. Then I will want lodging. Now you have to book your room. So what I do You can do hotels.com. You could go straight to whoever you want to go to. I usually do Hilton because I'm usually at Hilton, but we'll just do. I should have stayed with Travelocity. Let's stay with Travelocity. Let's go back to Travelocity here since we already got the flight, and we'll go back and we'll let Travelocity also grab us a. You can use price in any website you want to use. I'm just taking this one because it came to my head. Stays. PA. Yep, there we go. Travelers 2 and 2, I said. We're just throwing in on any ages. It doesn't matter. I'm just throwing something in here just so we could get going. But you would put your child's age and all that stuff in here so you could get a good room and selection and stuff. So I got in here that we're just looking for stays for hotels. So it's going to bring up, once you push search, it's going to pull up some hotels available for that area. So here we go. Now again, I have a Hilton or a Marriott points or reward points if I stay there. So here's one here, Fairfield for 132. Marriott, here's one for 239. And again, I would look at the pricing and the location that I'm looking to stay in. Here's Hilton, 161. Hilton, Doubletree, 151. So let's just pick one, just to show you what I'm doing. And again, just don't go off the price. Know what the hotel is. Look at the ratings, right? Look at what your ratings are. If you have something that's shabby, see, I mean, you have all these goods. You know they're good, but do you want to get something that's exceptional? Now, you do. You might be paying more. But the thing is, you want to look at that. You want to get a good, you want to be in comfort. You don't want to end up going back home and having bed bugs and all that stuff. So make sure you check into the hotel that you're looking at to rent at. Where was that one? Here, Marriott. Here's a Marriott. And here's a Marriott for 132, one left. So let's say this one here. It's got a very good rating. So the rooms that we're looking at, let's look at the rooms. Okay, we're looking at this one right here, right? More details. You look at all the details, right? Oh, wow, this looks good, blah, blah, blah. I want it. Reserve it. Now, again, don't fill in all this information. You're just trying to see this price right here. You want to get an understanding of how much this room will cost you, or how much a hotel room will cost you. So again, I took it on the low side. I usually don't really take it always on the low side. I usually take it on the high side because by the time you get closer to the date that you need to book the hotel, and you can always book the hotel early, but the closer you get to the booking the hotel, this might not be there anymore. As you saw, I only had one room. But again, I just want to show you guys how to rate or put together your pricing, right? Ooh, why did I do that? Let's go back. I said I wanted this. Give me that. There we go. So 308 for lodging. Food. Does your lodging include food? Usually that's what I also look at. So let's go back. See if they have breakfast. If they serve breakfast in this stay. Free breakfast. So right there, your breakfasts are covered. Your breakfasts are covered for every day that you're there. Saturday morning and Sunday morning. You don't have to include cost for breakfast there. Unless you don't like the hotel food. Then you have to go out. Or unless the free breakfast is not what you want and you have to pay for a different breakfast. You have to go out. So with that being said, food, dinner. You know an average cost for dinner is going to cost you at least $30 to $40. $30 to $40 per person. So I always tend, again, to go on the high side. And I usually say 35. So I pull out my little trusty calculator. And I go 35 times 4. 140. That's for dinner. Okay. Now let's say, let's put this in here. 140. Again, that's just for dinner. Let's say lunch, 280. Let's just keep it the same. So you're going to need $280 for lunch and dinner. If you are lower than that, great. But again, I like to tend to take it on the high side. Attractions. So let's say you want to go on a boat adventure. Let's go online here just to look and say attractions in Philadelphia. Things to do in Philadelphia. And a lot of times these things will show you what the cost is. So again, I'm just going to pull up some stuff here and say, oh wow, yeah, we want to do this. The shark adventure. Nobody clicked on it twice by mistake. Oh, the shark adventure. How much? Oh wow, this looks cool. Yeah. How much is this? So you go on their site and you look around. Okay, let's see. There you go. Buy tickets. This is the first time I'm on here, so I'm just looking here. Tickets. Ticket and memberships. Here we go. Explorer memberships. So if we want to just do the general admission, it would be 27 to 47. If we want to explore the Explorer membership, it'll be 64. But seeing that we will be just here for one day, let's go with $50. $50 per person. So right there, it's $200 for one attraction. And then you just go on and look at all the attractions. So let's just say, let's add on another 400 for your attractions. You know, you looked up all the attractions and it's going to cost you about $400 to do all that attraction. Your car is included in here. Now, again, this is just for if you're going to fly. If you're not going to fly, we'll put that over here. If you're not going to fly, and again, you're renting a car, so you're going to have to expect to spend maybe, let's say, $150. If you're driving, let's say $350. And I'm exaggerating here. I don't know, but we know how much gas is nowadays. And then parking. If you're flying, you're going to have to pay for parking your vehicle at the airport unless you do a taxi or Uber. I usually park our car because I don't like to do the taxi or Uber. So let's say that's going to cost you another. I think it's like $20 a night, maybe 3 nights. So let's say that's $60. So right now, with this, if you're planning on going here on your vacation, let's sum this up. Let's say fly, drive. If you're going to drive yourself, meaning taking your own car. If you're taking your own car, you're looking at $1,338. So my vacation fund that I'll be saving up for this trip would be $1,400. For this trip, and I'm rounding it up to the nearest 100, I'll be saving about $2,700. That's how I plan my vacations. I just like to know that I'm covered with whatever we're doing. And sometimes I add on a 10% to this. So let's say 10%. And then go times. Oh, messed up there. I don't want to do all these extra things, so I'll do this. I'll go equals this times 10%. And then I'll do equals this plus this. And maybe this is better to do it this way because then you could actually see the formulas and see how I'm doing this. Adding this 10% on, rounding it up, 2,900, and this one 1,500. That's how I plan out my vacations. The 10% is my little rule of buffer money and any incidentals that might happen. You eat out at some place, you buy trinkets, and usually all that should be covered in your attractions. You know, when you're at this thing, you gotta, okay, we're going to be buying tickets. What if the kids want some trinkets? Let's only allow $50 into that. That should be included in this. And all your attractions, it should all be in there. Souvenirs, whatever it is, you should have that included in here. If you want to go shopping, put something on here for shopping. But again, your shopping should have a budget to it, right? Let's say that you only want to spend $200 in shopping. There you go. And that bumps your total up. So now you need to save $1,700. You need to save $3,100. But either way it goes, like I said, these things need to be budgeted when you're looking at this. Flying, Look at the difference between these two. Let's just see what that is. You go this minus this. So if you drive, and this is what I also do this too. If you drive, you're going to save yourself $1,400, and you'll get the same vacation. The only difference is you got to calculate probably a little bit more food into the equation for over here. So let's say 350. And the only reason I'm saying that is because you've got to think about, oh, I'm hungry, pit stop, let's get something to eat. That's why I put that in here. Gas might, let's just go 400 for gas. I'm exaggerating. It might not be 400, but who knows? It might be 400. Gas, I think I'm really off on the numbers here. Again, this is just to show you steps on how you budgeted your trips. If you really want to figure out the gas costs, you do your mileage and you multiply that how much it is per gallon at your gas station. If it's $3.50 and you could get let's say 100 gallons gets you 1,000 miles. Again, I'm exaggerating. You do that $3.50 times the 100, and that will give you how much money you need to have for your trip. But again, it's just budgeting. It's planning and budgeting for your trip. But again, that's a lot of savings right there if you just fly. I'm sorry, if you just drive yourself. But sometimes it's timing and fatigue. And sometimes flying is better because by the time you get there, you're not tired and you could do more things. When you're driving, sometimes it takes a toll on your psyche, which also takes a toll on your body and what you want to do for that day. So other than that, that's just how I plan my vacations. If you have any questions or anything, hey, let me know. Let me stop showing this. Yeah, I hope that that helps you out a little bit if you're planning on going on vacation and you want to figure out how much it is and how many vacations you can go on based off of how much money you put aside for vacations. This is what I just showed you is a perfect way for you to plan and figure it out. Just map out everything you're going to be doing, everything that you want to do, and stick to that budget. If you plan a budget, you stick to that budget. You do have 10% to play around with. But again, it's just that 10% is usually just for emergencies, or if you're getting close to the end of your trip and you have a lot of money left over and you want to just throw it away, go shopping. We tend to use that money that we do not spend on our next vacation. That goes into our vacation fund, and we'll talk about that on another video. I just want to say thank you for watching. Again, to all those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. Spread the word. Let people know what I'm doing here. Some people might think I was watching another YouTuber where he was showing how to buy land, how to farm. And people are like, oh, you're all over. Our YouTube channels are here to show you how to do things. I would suggest watch it all. Watch everything like his. He bought land, but not only is he doing things on that land, he's farming on that land. And I'll do a video on wisdom and point a lot of this stuff out. But yeah, my channel has different topics, but they're all about living life. Money, wisdom, having fun, and being grounded spiritually. That's what my channel is about. And that is life according to Enrico. With that being said, thank you for watching. And until our next video, see ya. Oh, I forgot to mention the video that I was talking about the budget sheet. Click right here. Right here. Or is it here? Or is it over here? But click it. Watch it. Like it.